Hello, I'm Michael Stern. Well, here we are, still socially distanced, still sheltering in place, as we must. And of course, that means what I think a lot of you already know, that all of the remaining performances for our Stanford Symphony scheduled this season have had to be canceled, including the concerts that would have taken place this very weekend, April 18th and Sunday, April 19th, at the Palace Theater. And I was very sorry about that because it was such a fun program, a great way to bring our orchestra series to a close for this year, a program chosen by our guest conductor, Gonzalez-Granados. And then I realized because of the Stanford Symphony channel, we still have the opportunity to share this great music with you. And I was so happy to be able to tell you personally why I was so excited about this program. We've chosen 3 performances that you can enjoy, 3 links that are readily available on YouTube. And this way you can have somewhat of the experience of having the concert that you would have had we been all together at the Palace Theater this weekend. The program opened with this kind of crazy ballet by the French composer Darius Milhaud, Le Bœuf sur le toit, the ox on the roof. This crazy moment of surreal Dada lunacy with a weird cast of characters, just a completely off the rails moment of an explosion of modernism from 1920. It was originally conceived as the soundtrack for a Charlie Chaplin movie. But in conversation with the great director Jean Cocteau and the painter Raoul Dufy, Milhaud decided to turn it into a ballet, and it became one of the hallmarks of post-World War I French Impressionism and of that crazy Dada movement. And I have to say, at a time when the world is kind of upside down, a piece that has an ox on the roof seems absolutely appropriate. The piece is incredibly lively, incredibly tuneful, and a collection of almost 30, I think, Brazilian folk songs, all stitched together in this incredibly energetic dance. It's an incredible way to start the program, and it really makes you feel and sense that incredible South American energy. And following that, another piece from that part of the world, the Variaciones Concertantes, the Concertante Variations, of Alberto Ginastera, one of the most important composers in the 20th century, from the middle of the century, and one of the great Argentinian composers ever. And this piece is a kind of nod towards his nationalist roots, also using a lot of very colorful and folkloric material, but stitching these incredible instrumental solos, all virtuosic, all jumping around the orchestra, with 2 interludes in between, one for the strings and one for the winds, and ending in this incredibly exciting toe-tapping dance, which fits perfectly after the Milhaud piece, and is also a wonderful vehicle for any orchestra to show off their virtuosity with individual solos as well as the collective whole. And I am sorry that we didn't get a chance to hear the marvelous Stanford Symphony players play that. And of course, to close the program, the iconic Fifth Symphony of Mr. Beethoven. This is Beethoven's 250th birthday year, and no pandemic can interrupt the celebrations of that. There is no piece of Western music more familiar than the Fifth Symphony. And the performance that I especially admired that we were able to suggest to you is one conducted by a conductor who I admire completely, who I think is an absolutely great musician, Ivan Fischer, and I think you will enjoy hearing that. So I hope you do tune in to hear all those 3 pieces. It's not quite the same as being in the hall together, but I promise you, we are looking to the future. We have our eye on the prize, and I cannot wait to be together with you, looking back on all of this and being able to make music together and for you at a time when I think music is going to matter more to us than ever before. Stay safe, everyone.